Now, Public Protector Advocate Kholeka Gcaleka says in order to address social ills such as gender-based violence, the country needs to restore the unity and love in the family. Gcaleka was speaking at the annual Uyinene Mrwetyana lecture in Makhanda. The Uyinene Foundation was established back in 2019 to empower young people and stand against violence. Our reporter Lerato Fekisi has more.
We've just come out of a very insightful, thought-provoking lecture by Advocate Public Protector Kholeka Gcaleka, where she was speaking about the importance of just making sure that in order to fight gender-based violence, really have to go back to the roots, the family structure, saying that we've got to normalize embracing femininity and also masculinity, saying that even a small things such as chores in the household have to stop being about gender but be about human beings. And in her moving speech, she also cited the importance of just making sure that we also raise our kids intentionally to embrace their femininity and also embrace masculinity with femininity as well. Joining me this afternoon now is Uyinene's mom, Noma, who also gave an interesting speech afterwards, thanking her sponsors about the role they've continued to play to ensure her legacy lives on. And Noma, obviously a very moving speech by the Public Protector early on, speaking about the importance of parents, their role in making sure that even at home they allow their kids to embrace their different roles, not just as male as female, but as human beings first.
Yes, a very insightful and moving speech indeed. She touched on the basics, really, of the socialization of children, touching on issues of culture as well, and how we socialize the boy child. And what also kind of touched me is what we started as a foundation last year, where we focused on the boy child. And she mentioned the importance of not alienating the boy child, and that gives us the determination to continue working with the boy child through a soccer team that we established back in the rural areas where Uyinene comes from. Yes, lots of insightful strategies that we'll have to sit down and process as a foundation to rethink and reconstruct the narrative around gender-based violence, and use these spaces like the media to ensure that we drive a narrative that speaks to combating the ills of society, including gender-based violence.
Mama, you said when you started off your speech that's obviously been 5 years since Uyinene passed on, and the pain is definitely still there, but you soldier on, and I guess the foundation has been a strengthening place for you as the family to ensure her legacy never dies.
Yes, it's been 5 years since her passing. In fact, we'll be marking 5 years in August, but we have been coming back to Kingwoods for 4 years. It has not been an easy journey. It has its ups, it has its downs with the foundation, which we use as an instrument for healing and to continue with her legacy. I think it does bring a sense of comfort, as well as the support that we receive generally from all South Africans and globally. I can assure you that I do have friends that are overseas or abroad who also joined the lecture. So those messages of support is really what keeps us going, and more importantly, our belief system, the hope, from God that things will get better.
In your closing remark, I couldn't help but be inspired by how you said that you hope that in the future, and I quote that you said that you hope that her life will be remembered as one of triumph and victory and not tragedy. Is that your hope, that one day, even if you write a book or a documentary about her, people will remember her and think of her name, and what will come to mind first is the child who triumphed over it all?
Yes, that's the long-term goal, If you look back in 2019, everyone only knew Uyinene as this child that was killed at a post office, and that's part of the reason why we established the foundation. We took it upon ourselves as a family that we need to tell our story, that she's more than tragedy. There's inspiration for young people in the person of Uyinene. So we want her to be remembered for who she was, not through a tragedy. So that's really what I meant.
All right, Uyinene Mrwetyana's mother there speaking on the back of the annual lecture in remembrance of the teenager who died, you might remember, at the University of Cape Town.